Hey everyone, this is Panda here, Brandon guys. This is another one of my Panda reactions. This time I'm going to be taking a look at a video that 343 released, calling it We Are 343 Industries. Now, before I start, I've been a fan of the Halo series for a long time now. Basically, ever since it pretty much began. I started playing it right after it released with the original, and I loved it. You know, I played every single Halo game to date, with the exception of the more arcadey titles. Basically, I can't think of the name on top of my head, but all the mainland titles I played. Played the Halo Wars as well, and to me, I love Halo. Halo is, you know, Halo means a lot to me, and the memories I've had throughout the years playing the series itself, the multiplayer sessions with friends, the LAN parties, playing online with the original trilogy, they would always stick to me. They'll always have a very special place in my heart. And with the new trilogy, Halo 4 felt like it was trying to be Call of Duty for the multiplayer. The story I enjoyed a little bit. Halo 5, I thought it was not even a Halo game. It felt really weird as a Halo game. Like I didn't like it at all. It didn't feel like it was a Halo game. Like the missing features, like no split screen at all. That was a number one big thing. The gameplay changes they added to it. The story, I wasn't even interested because it was two separate campaigns. Like Halo 2 had that as well with the Chief and the Arbiter, but this one, I never got to complete the story. I just watched the cutscenes, and that was a first for me. That I knew that something was horribly wrong with Halo 5. So now, without further ado, we are going to watch We Are 343, and let's see how this does. 3, 2, 1, and go. So.
Deep in the Pacific Northwest.
Okay, Pacific
past
Northwest.
The Evergreens and Snoqualmie,
Washington State, right?
where the snow-tipped cascades melt into the waters of the Puget Sound.
That does
The
look a
studio
beautiful shot.
of hundreds of artists, designers, writers, directors, and storytellers contribute to the next chapter of Halo. It's a delicate balance of forging new roads while respecting a legacy.
Brace yourself.
Ah,
is Halo.
the Chief's voice actor, but
We are 343 Industries.
believe me, Halo's been through a lot, and myself and others included, we don't think 343 was handling the Halo property due justice. That's why Halo Infinite we're excited, but we're hesitant.
Halo was the first game I ever played on Xbox, but the thing that will just always stick with me, and
Is
I
that Phil
believe this at
Spencer?
my
Yeah,
core,
that's
is
Phil
that it
Spencer.
wouldn't exist today if it wasn't for the Halo franchise.
The game, but also the universe and the fiction, meant so much to me personally.
Okay, Bonnie Ross.
In 2007, 343 Industries took the mantle and became the stewards of the franchise, with the mission to establish Halo as a cultural touchstone and to expand the universe through epic games, storytelling, and entertainment experiences.
The graphic novels were amazing,
I got
by
an
the way.
opportunity not just
The
to
books,
steward this
the early books were
franchise,
also really
but
good
to
too.
think about the canvas that we wanted to create, where we could tell stories for the next 2 decades in this epic sci-fi world that I love.
We have to be able to respect that legacy that we've come from to help make sure that Halo doesn't just become an amalgamation of what the market is currently doing, but that what makes Halo unique remains unique.
You kind of did that with
for
Halo
our
5,
players, our
though.
community,
Like,
and
Halo 5, like, the new trilogy almost
It is
killed the
an
community.
absolute
It's not as big as it used to be
incredible
anymore.
honor to be part of
Like,
shepherding a franchise that has meant so much to so many and for so long. Also, what is it now and what's going to make it Halo for years to come?
let's
We've
see.
really thought about how we can build Halo Infinite while bringing in the
Like,
community.
again,
and
I'm
players
excited for Halo
into
Infinite. I'm really
our
excited, but I'm just
development
really
process.
cautious about it,
To
too.
build Halo Infinite,
Really
343
cautious about it.
Industries revisited how our tools operate.
Oh, yeah, the
We had to
Subspace
create an
engine.
that
So,
was more powerful
like,
for next
I enjoyed the
generation
Infinite trailer.
development,
That was really good.
but also more
Unexpectedly
nimble,
good.
so that creatives and engineers are able to work more easily and iterate faster. This technical groundwork is vital to build a platform for the future of Halo.
You have to make tools that allow you to make new features that maybe weren't thought about. You've got to give the content creators room to ideate outside of that.
Designers are more empowered themselves to actually tackle a problem and
But you got to think, you know, you got to remember Bungie's saying, if it ain't fun for 5 seconds, you know, you got to make it fun. You got to make it joy. You got to give me a reason to keep playing it.
The technology is always
know?
changing. You're always solving for different kinds of problems, and you get to explore
Like, technology is one thing. Technology is a really good thing, and oh, look at that dog. Technology is like one thing, but if you get the gameplay or the story is not interesting, you're gonna have no one playing it. You know, like that's one reason why I stopped playing Halo 5. Like the gameplay was meager and the story just didn't interest me.
With our community.
One of the things that we're going to try and do is have a much more open dialogue with the community, and flagging is going to be
today more than ever. Having a passionate, engaged community will make or break any game or any franchise, and it's critical for us that we light these fires and keep this core excited and engaged.
The best way to do it is you have like really strong creatives, and you pair that with really good feedback, and you get to a place where you're creating things that are unexpectedly awesome.
Halo Insider program is one of the programs we launched this
year Master Chief.
With great success.
What is he doing there?
We're trying to incorporate the feedback of our fans into the day-to-day development cycles which we're going through with MCC and specifically with Reach as well.
That community's passion has evolved beyond the game, creating beautiful works of art and incredible original props.
I do love the community's creative power, like the creative power of the communities. Like, it's like goddamn amazing.
For almost 18 years, I just think it's kind of a really cool place to be part of that history.
Like
one of the things that drew me to Halo back in 2008 when I joined 343 was the idea of being able to build on not just a game, but also to build on a universe.
That universe has expanded far.
The Halo Legends, I thought it was actually
Now
amazing.
includes novels,
Keep doing more of that,
comics,
please.
Clothing, an arcade game, action figures.
I still haven't even tried the arcade game
television
yet.
Series on Showtime. Halo
We're still waiting for a TV series and a movie, for God's sakes.
Championship series of esports.
Now it's finally coming.
Is all about bringing epic entertainment to all of our fans. It's also about building the grassroots with our Microsoft Store events and how we bring all of our communities together to celebrate competitive Halo.
I still remember like how big Halo used to be in the esports scene. It was crazy. It was
with the moral
absolutely big.
Is an element that defines the Master Chief throughout his stories. Giving back to our community is one way that 343 tries to be a little bit more like our hero.
We've granted over 25 Make-A-Wish visits, and that's something that's so humbling for us.
You know what? I gotta give him mad props. I gotta give him mad props. Make a wish. Come on. I will respect 343 for that.
Plays Halo to feel like a hero. And since the creation of 343 Industries, it's been our goal to include more diverse voices and more diverse heroes in the universe we build. Together, those unique voices will lead us to infinite and beyond.
We now have the tools to bring this world and universe to life in a way that we only dreamed of with Halo 4. And when I look at
Halo 4 was you got a little weird there.
It does feel like we're just getting started.
Wait, it just feels like we're just getting started? Like, okay, again, I must, you know, you say you guys are passionate about Halo. Like, I understand you got to move the series forward, or else, you know, it'll feel stale or stagnate. But yeah, I feel like with Halo 4 and Halo 5 especially, you guys move forward, and you kind of forgot about the community that what helped you get there in the first place. You know, stuff like, you know, having sprint being, you know, standard in a Halo game, which you really didn't need it per se. You really didn't need sprint at all. You know, ADS, like, to me, I'm like, okay, do we really need ADS, guys? Do we really need that? It's just, there are, like, so many things, like, you know, again, like, I have to already, you know, like, Halo 5, you know, you boot it up, you know, a friend comes over, you got a second controller, you're ready to play, and lo and behold, you can't, you know, split screen. One of the staples of a Halo game is split screen, co-op, or multiplayer, and it wasn't in there, because they said, you know, it just, come on, guys. Like, I don't mind if Halo runs, you know, at, you know, 30 FPS or 60 FPS, but you gotta have the things in there to make Halo Halo, you know. Like, okay, you know, when Halo 5 came out, it didn't, like, I think Forge came out, like, a little after. I'm like, okay, can you guys just make it a package deal? You know, let's release a game and have that game be everything you all need. Like, okay, this game has Forge mode, this game has theater mode, you know, this game, we have all the playlists that people like to play. Like, the Halo Master Chief Collection, you guys didn't fix it until years later, and I'm happy that it's fixed. I am absolutely happy The game's awesome. It's fixed. It's more stable. And I can't wait for the other titles to come out on the PC because that's where my main content's on the PC. But it's just, I'm just all this talk of technology, which is really exciting. I get it. The new engine looks great for Halo Infinite. I am cautiously excited. I love the trailer. I'm just really cautious about it because again, you've made 2 games already. And look at where the Halo community is now. It wasn't as big as it used to be. The esports scene is not as... when the esports scene with Halo back then, it was big. It was massive. Everyone was playing Halo, Now, Call of Duty, exceeded Halo, For a esports scene featuring an FPS on a console, you're going to think Halo. I mean, you're going to think Halo back then, but you're going to think Call of Duty, not Halo. I'm happy that you guys didn't abandon the esports scene. I'm happy that you're still trying to, get there. It's just, it looks like 343 definitely learned. I'm really happy because Halo 5, regardless, it made 343 learn that, hey, you got to put on the brakes here. You can't be doing all this stuff and expect the community going to love it. You got to make, 343, again, at the end of the day, all this, diversity is nice, new engine's nice, all these things you want to do is nice, but at the end of the day, if I can keep playing for 5 seconds at a time and keep enjoying it with a great gameplay, story, music, the atmosphere, the characters, if it helps keep me going, I'll be willing to play that thing till the end of the ages here. That's one reason why I played Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach. That's one of the reasons. Halo 4, the only reason why I kept playing it is because I thought the storyline was actually interesting. I wanted to see it through the end. Halo 5, I stopped playing because the gameplay I didn't enjoy too much, and the story just did not keep me concentrated at all. I didn't like the story. I had to watch the YouTube videos to, figure out what happened. Halo Wars. Halo used to be on RTS, and those were actually really good. Halo Wars 2, I enjoyed that. That was really... Halo Wars 2 was more of a Halo game than Halo 5. I loved its story, its art direction. It was amazing. And that was an RTS game. But just, again, 343, if you're watching this, any of you guys are watching this, I really do hope you learn your lessons from Halo 5. Again, I've been a long-time fan of the series, and what sucks is, I understand you got to keep the series moving forward, you got to keep, innovating it, you got to keep, bringing out new things, but don't forget your fans who've been there for a while. I think that one of the reasons why Sprint's in there, because you did a vote on the Halo forums, and you didn't really announce it, so all of us old fans that didn't know, we could have made that thing no, you don't need Sprint, just stop, Reach was an exception to the rule, because there was Sprint, for the multiplayer and stuff like that as a perk, basically. But it's just, I just don't screw it up, guys. That's all I'm saying. Just don't screw it up, please, because I'm excited to play this. I can't wait for it to come out and play it on the PC because I have a really good, nice gaming computer now. That's one reason why I'm not going to be getting the new Xbox, because I have a really nice gaming PC. Unless Microsoft, unless Phil Spencer, if you're watching this, if you want to say, hey, let's give the next Xbox, series, to this Panda, okay, I'll play it, I'll check it out, give my honest opinion on it to play Halo. But at the end of the day, I'm excited, but I'm just really cautious with Halo Infinite. You guys look like you really are learning. It's just keep at it. Just don't forget about us who got you there. So that's all I'm saying. So that's about it for today here, folks. Sorry about that rant. It's a longer video than I thought, but post down in the comment box. So what do you guys think of the video? What do you guys think of my little rant there? Don't forget that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. If you really want to help out the channel, I do have a Patreon. Plus, I'm a partner with AshKidOutBoy for all your anime and taco fandom needs. This is Panda. I'm out. Stay geeky, my friends.